morning here in Owings Mills, Maryland. This is Hap Cooper, and I'm with my play-by-play man, Steve Thacker.
Good morning,
we're playing
everybody.
the Mustangs from Marriott's Ridge. And Steve, I'm glad we're playing this game early for a couple reasons. One, I think it's going to be a scorcher later. And two, it's Alumni Day here at McDonough. So there's going to be orange and black alums all over the place. And for a 12-year Gilman boy like me, that's more than I can handle.
Well, we're going to have orange and black everywhere is right. We're going to be out in force today because it's big alumni weekend, nice game against Marriott's Ridge. Should have a good crowd. And like you said, Hap, according to the weatherman, it's supposed to be high of 90. So having a 9 o'clock game certainly is beneficial to the girls, especially when you're on turf.
People at the Hunt Cup will probably need some libation to keep cool.
I don't know that they'll have any libations at the Hunt Cup. They normally don't drink at the Hunt Cup,
well, that's
from
true.
what I remember.
A little bit on Marriott's Ridge. This is the newest public school in the Howard County system, founded in 2005, first graduating class 2008, and they're up to 1,273 students.
Wow, that's a lot of stats that I had no idea you had in your reservoir.
Do you know that they're ranked 6th in Maryland from the public school system and number 223 in the country?
223. I didn't know they went. They did the rankings.
Known for their music and their overall outstanding academic prowess.
Yeah, well, Howard County schools in general, I think, have a great reputation. And we know a lot of these girls, obviously because of the whole club system. A lot of these girls play against each other and with each other. I know my daughter's got a teammate on the other side from her M&D club. But it should be a good day. I think the girls, I know Coach Robinson had an abbreviated practice yesterday just because we had, a game Tuesday, a game Thursday, just trying to give them a little rest on their legs.
Well, Steve, this is a good team. They've only got 2 losses on the season, and one was to the number 2 team in the country, Glen High School, and one was to the number 3 team in the country, Notre Dame Prep.
Yeah.
And neither of those games were blowouts. So,
this is what I think some of the folks in the athletic community call a potential trap game. I think our girls were extremely keyed up to play Notre Dame on Thursday. Morning game, which they haven't had
yet
since what was our earliest game in Vero? 12 maybe?
Yeah,
or 2?
They're not known to be a morning team.
No.
They tend to get off to a slow start. The draw control girl here is phenomenal.
Yeah,
and one of the girls that gave Maddie Jenner real fits last year. And so that's going to be something to watch. And like you said, the potential for them coming in a little flat after a big NDP win is something to watch as well.
Yeah, the only benefit that we might have that we normally wouldn't have is somebody was telling me that it's Marriott's Ridge's prom tonight. So maybe some of these girls are thinking 6 hours, 8 hours ahead.
Well, I wish it were their prom. I wish it was their prom last night.
Right, it would have been better for us if their prom had been last night. But, hey, time will tell. That's why they play the game.
I know that on Wednesday, the Marriott's Ridge goalie was still out with a concussion. Have you heard whether she's going to be back in the case today?
You always have that reservoir information that I don't have access to. So I know nothing about any goalie that was out. So I don't know that.
I think we have some
for sure.
I think we have some Marriott's Ridge parents here. I might go ask. Stand by. I'm going to go check.
You can't go too far. Here, Hap, just give me the.
You know what? I don't know. Is our goalie back on? Mike, is our goalie back on?
No, I don't believe she's. I don't think she's playing. Olivia's not.
She's still not. What's happening? You got your house ready for the pictures?
The Marriott's Ridge contingent, Steve, says that they don't think she's back in yet. She apparently
is that their starting goalie?
Got her bell rung pretty well, and
she got hit by a ball or a
Olivia.
stick?
I didn't hear, but
that stinks.
I tell you what.
I tell you what. Between concussions and ACLs, it's like an epidemic.
Yeah, my daughter, who's a goalie, lost a year. Got hit in the back of the head by a Skywalker's kid and didn't even get a whistle. The officials think if you've got a helmet on, then it's no big deal. But a helmet doesn't stop your brain from rattling around inside your skull.
Hence football.
Yeah.
They got helmets.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to help.
It's ironic. If they took the helmets away, they'd probably do away with the concussions.
That's what Joe Paterno said. Said, you want to get rid of concussions, go back to leather helmets with no face mask.
Right.
Guys won't be leading with their moneymaker.
They'll tackle like rugby players instead of
yes, they will.
Like headhunters.
I don't know the statistics, but I don't think I don't hear about a lot of an issue with concussions in rugby.
No. Of course, I don't hear much about rugby.
I'm right there with you.
I wouldn't.
All right, so it looks like the girls are getting ready. We've done stick checks. They've done all their chest bumps. They got their little ritual that they already did their little song or whatever it is that
chant.
They do. Their chant. So looks like we got our normal starting crew out on the field. We got Donovan, Roth, Dorsey, and Elise on defense. Puri, Aldave, and Jenner in the middle, with Maddie Jenner taking the center spot.
So what's interesting?
Anderson, Hoffman, May, and Robinson on attack.
You know what's interesting here, and why I think this girl has had some success against Maddie Jenner in the draw circle, is she's much shorter. So Maddie has to bend way down to draw this ball.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the mechanics of the draw. Maddie seems to have it down pretty good. So here's the first draw. Maddie draws it to herself, running down the offensive side, across the restraining line, and dishes it off to Rachel Anderson, now behind the net to who's got that back? Katie May's got the ball now after getting a little pass from Anna Robinson. Hoffman's got it. Off to Robinson behind the net. She's coming around the right elbow.
Shea Clevenger's guarding her.
Katie May, who's going to do her little doo-wop that she does. Rachel Anderson's got it off the left elbow now, and then back to Puri up top to reset the offense. Blair's coming in. No, she gets pushed out. What is Marriott's Ridge mascot?
They are the Mustangs.
The Mustangs. So we had two Mustangs that kept Puri out of the area where it was made sense to take a shot. Now they're trying to double again. Katie May has got the ball, looking for a feed. Nice patience by the McDonough offense. Hoffman's got it. She gets turned around. Now she's got it in her right hand, which is unusual for our lefty. Oh, Katie May, nice. She got pushed. So Katie May got the shot off and actually hit the net, but it was on the outside portion of the net. So that doesn't count in this game. You actually have to put it on the inside part of the net. But she got a whistle, and so she gets the ball back and see what she does with it. Off to Andy Aldave. Nice feed.
So Aldave.
That was a nice feed to Hoffman, who tried a little slick move with a dump over with the left.
It's a jump swirl shot.
It was a jump. That's a good description.
And she threw it right out of bounds.
Hoffman's got a free position because she got pushed to the ground. Dishes it off to Katie May and dumps it into the left side of the net. Beautiful teamwork there. Hoffman to May. First score at 23-12 left in the half. So that's the. I know we've talked about this before, but I don't think you can talk about it enough. The unselfish play that the Eagles have demonstrated this year, I think, is always a testament to making it tough on the other team. I say it all the time, and there's a reason that the lacrosse people from way back made an assist worth 1 point and a goal worth 1 point, because the assist is just as important. And
Steve, I think that's the first time we've had the initial lead in a number of games.
It's been a while.
We've been giving up that opening goal.
And I just got a nice surprise as a dad. I got my college daughter who just showed up for alumni weekend. Hey, babe. So everybody say hi
Pride
to Sydney.
of Liberty.
Maddie on the draw again, 23-12. We got a illegal procedure or something, and they called it on Maddie. So now the Mustangs have their first offensive possession, heading across the restraining line, bringing it up to the middle, but then thinks smarter about it since Andy Aldave was marking up her girl. Good, solid defense posted by the Eagles against Notre Dame the other day, and hopefully they can repeat that today against the Mustangs here. A lot of
that's number 9 in the middle.
A beautiful interception. Actually, I guess technically it wasn't an interception, but we knocked it down, and then Maddie Jenner picked up the ground ball She dumps it off to Nicole Elise, who's running it up and takes it across the restraining line. She will dump it off here in a minute and go back and take her spot on defense. Yep, there
they
she
tossed
goes.
the ball to Coop in the goal, and she wasn't, I think, preparing for that. That's
She's
almost
like,
whoopsie.
why is my own team shooting on me?
Glad those reflexes came into play.
So Maddie Jenner now has it up top, setting up the offense. Marriott's Ridge trying to do the double team. Now Hoffman's got it. Hoffman takes it in with a couple of face dodges and tries to get the shot off, but actually gets knocked to the ground. So ref calls or blows his whistle, or actually she blew her whistle, and basically said, you can't do that. And then it was like carbon copy.
It's carbon copy.
Hoffman to May, and May dumps it in the net. Actually, she went through the 5-hole, as they say in baseball, right through the goalie's legs.
Why is that the 5-hole and not the 6?
Well, it's usually the third baseman because it's such the hot corner. So third baseman in baseball jargon is number 5.
I'm thinking of the face of the clock and going down, 6 o'clock low.
That's a lacrosse player for you. But, of course, here you got a baseball player announcing a lacrosse game. What's wrong with that picture?
Not much.
All right, so 2-0 McDonough, 21:45 left in the first half. 2 goals, 2 assists. Coach Robinson likes to see that. No substitutions yet. Coach Robinson keeping things the same. You got all draw. Throws it up to herself and grabs it out of the air like she does quite often. Off to Pari and then off to Oldavi across the restraining line. Beautiful feed. Shooting space maybe? What did they call there, Hap?
Yeah, I think there's a girl in the way.
They are offsides. I wonder if anybody's noticed that yet.
Well, that's interesting.
Doesn't matter because on the free position, they only got 3 back, so they got to have too many on the other side.
Was that Andy to Anna?
That was Andy to Anna Robinson for the nice, again, assisted goal. 3-0, 21-13 left in the first half, and the Mustangs call their first time out to try to regroup. That was interesting, Hap. So they actually had too many girls on the defensive side and still couldn't stop the Eagles from scoring. So that's a good sign.
Coming from the balanced announcers we are, I think that's probably a fair assessment. And nobody's noticed yet.
Well, we are here on the McDonough campus at Bo Dixon Field. When was this field constructed, Hap? Do you remember?
I don't, but I was alive then, so maybe 6-7 years ago.
Has it been 10 years, or has it only been 6 or 7? I can't remember.
We watched this thing get dug out.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a great venue for the girls. I think the only addition we need to make is we need to have somebody donate money so we can turn this hill into bleachers.
That'd be nice.
Kind of like
they did at Gilman.
Like at Gilman and Maryvale, Roland Park. Just build it into the side.
Yeah, that'd be great. If we only had pro lacrosse, we'd get one of our alumni to do what Darius Hayward Bay did over on the football stadium.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's one of the benefits that I think, you hear a lot of talk out there, and of course a lot of it's just chatter, but talking about the athletic success of McDonough over the last bunch of years, both on the boys' side and the girls' side, and how they bring in kids. But I tell you, you get a lot of these kids that come back to school, they give back, they understand that they had a great opportunity. They get a needs-based scholarship and get a first-rate education. And I think they're appreciative of it.
Let's see how this draw goes, Steve. Maddie's done a great job on the few draws we've had so far. Yeah, she's getting up in the air.
Wow, yeah, we got to call that one. Maddie drew it to herself again, and she got hit pretty hard. Nice,
turnover.
Well, it was a tough pass from Maddie to Andy, and Andy tried to corral it in, but then lost it, and then she got called for some sort of penalty. I'm not sure what, but so the Mustangs have the ball. Settle it in on their offensive side. Now they've got it behind the net. Off to the left elbow, now back up top, and they seem to be going around the circle here. Julia Dorsey thought she sniffed out a potential for an interception, but the girl reined it back in.
Ball's in the stick of their super freshman, Eloise Clevenger. Eloise is the sister of their defensive standout, Shay Clevenger, both of whom play for M&D.
Of course they do.
Shay's on 4 of
Hannah
our girls'
Roth
team.
marking up her girl, giving her no space to do anything. Great defense by number 9, Hannah Roth.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Junior headed off to Richmond.
You talk
in 2
about all the
years.
selflessness on the offensive side. These defenders were all midfielders and pretty successful, and they all gave up that glory of scoring to become defenders, and they're probably the best defensive unit in the business.
They really play well together. Scott Robinson has certainly got a reputation for being one heck of a coach, but he's got this group really working hard together. Oh boy, that was close. Good
shot
hustle
on Coop,
by Julia Cooper.
Coop ran it out, and she got there first.
Yeah,
but
the errant shot by the Mustangs, and Coop tried to hustle back to the end line, but the ref didn't see it the way we saw it, which, of course, the ref's view is really the only one that counts. Mustangs coming in, high shot, but they're back there. They're back there to retrieve it, so Mustangs maintain possession. Back up top, number 15, off to the right elbow. Mustangs trying to figure out what they want to do. Looked like good defense by Marge Donovan, who's been really the leader on the defense between Marge Donovan and Julia.
Marge rode their girl right into the crease, but they called a push.
Nicole Lease, they've really been
nice
a beautiful
save.
save by Julia Cooper. The Mustang came around the left side, did a nice job, and really that was nice defense. So we had the ball. Coop made a very nice save, and then Dorsey got the ball checked out of her stick, and the Mustangs picked it up right in front of the goal. That's going to be a lesson right there for our team. I don't think it's a good idea to clear right in front of your goal. I think you spread it out to the side. That way, if you do mess up, get it stolen or whatever, then at least they have to make a much better effort to get it into our net. But anyway, it's 3-1. Eagles, 18:30 left in the half. We've got our first substitution in. Dorsey moves to midfield. Class takes her spot on defense. Sheddig comes in at midfield and giving Aldave and Puri a rest. And Maddie Jenner gets again her own draw. Sloughs it off to Dorsey. Dorsey looks like she's looking for a feed.
And Maddie Fogo's out on this one.
Oh, and she gets yellow card on somebody. Oh, yellow card on the Mustang on Dorsey. I don't think she was in the 8, so it doesn't look like she's got a free position shot.
18-16 is the
well,
time
she's
of that
up
yellow
top.
card.
It looks like she's on the 12, so I don't think there's much of a shot there, but we'll see what she does with the ball. Now she just pulls it out, hands it off to Abernathy, who's now in, number 15, one of our freshmen. Back behind the net to Anna Robinson, off to Julia Sheddig, who drops the ball. And now we've got
Ref, clock! Well, they'll start now.
Yeah, looks like the folks at the scoreboard have kind of forgotten what they're doing. Hey, girls, pay attention over there on the clock. There we go.
How'd we get the ball? Or they got the ball?
They got the ball. We had a turnover. They burned that penalty off quick. So Bob Lally, one of our stalwart parents, just sent us a nice text. Said the audio broadcast is coming through loud.
It's come through, and the wind didn't crushing it, huh?
No, well, we got the little wind protectors that you invested in. Fans are giving the ref a hard time about the clock not running, but he's got it all squared away, it looks like. So we've still got 1:54 on the penalty, which I'm assuming Marriott's Ridge will do something to try to burn some time off that penalty since they're a man down right now. And McDonough's going to do their best to keep them from clearing the ball. One of Coach Robinson's
she just ran
pillars
by.
of lacrosse is that redefend. If you can't redefend, then you're probably not going to get a whole lot of playing time for Coach Robinson.
Ooh, Clevenger put a
very
move
nice
on Hoff.
move.
2 teammates. And they are...
And then we were offsides because, it's funny. The girls do that a lot. They redefend all the way up to the restraining line, end up taking 1 or 2 steps over, and the ref typically doesn't call that.
We got called for shooting space.
That was an interesting shooting space call since she actually face dodged our girls and had a wide open lane to the net, but he blew the whistle. I think it was a disadvantage to Marriott's Ridge because she was coming in guns a-blazing. Nice sidearm low shot, puts it in the net for a 3-2 McDonough lead, and they actually score with a man down, which is really not a good thing for the Eagles. To give up a goal when you're a man up is not good. So, anyway, 17-13 left in the half, 3-2. I think Coach Scott Robinson may have a few choice words for his defense with that display there. But nonetheless, still have the lead right here, 3-2. And Hap, I'm starting to feel some raindrops. What is going on here?
Yeah, this is not what's supposed to happen.
I thought we were supposed to have clear skies and eventually 90 degrees, but the weather gods have gotten this wrong. Or maybe the weather gods got it right, but the weather man got it wrong. Maybe that's what it was. All right, so we've got some penalty of some sort on Marriott's Ridge. So they give Aldave the draw. Over the back, as I hear. We get it across the restraining line, back up to Jenner, who tries to take it. I'm surprised he didn't call shooting space there, Hap.
Well,
as much as they've been calling it lately, we had 3 girls crash on Maddie Jenner, and no shooting space. But
this
anyway,
game's very subjective. And
Eagles have the ball. Blair Perry trying to bring it into the middle, and she gets a penalty called against her as the girl tried to lay one on her.
That was
right
Miss Clevenger
putting
a little
shoulder.
wood on Blair. So they put Shea
Blair's
behind.
got a free position right at the very top in the center. Looks like she's got a fairly open lane if she can get rid of this thing quick. And she puts it in. Even after the Marriott's Ridge Mustangs crashed in on her, did a nice job on defense, Perry still gets it away for a nice shot in the bottom right of the net for a 4-2 lead. 16-17 left in the first half, and 2 ticks on the clock on the penalty still. So we'll be man up for about the time it takes for Maddie to hopefully win another draw.
Knock, knock, knock.
So in essence, we're back to all even by the time the ball gets in somebody's stick after this draw. 16-17 left in the half, 4-2 Eagles. Maddie's done a nice job on the draw so far. I know Hap, you'd mentioned earlier that this is one of the young ladies who gave Maddie some troubles last year, but I don't know if I guess at this early stage of the game, I don't want to say she's figured it out, but she's done very well so far, and she gets another one.
I gotta say, Steve, Maddie's bigger, stronger.
Well, she did a lot of work this winter. You're right. She gained some good weight. You can tell she put some muscle on.
As good as she was
and
last year.
And she probably grew about 2 or 3 inches. I think last year she played at, 5'11" maybe, and she's probably 6'1" now, so a couple inches, some muscle. Yeah, and she's still, she's a junior, so Maddie's probably, 16, 17 years old?
She's 17 now.
So she's probably still got some growing to do. But nice kid, really worked hard this winter.
Watched her sister win a bunch of draws a couple days ago on Thursday, ACC tournament. Duke was playing UNC.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see the sisters duke it out when Maddie's a freshman. And
duke it out.
Hey, how about that? You see, did you catch that?
I did.
And Liv will be a senior, Maddie will be a freshman. That'll be, I'm sure, Mom and Dad will be happy that they only have to go to one school to watch both of their girls play.
Well, I don't think that was a coincidence, Steve.
While I was off telling stories about the Jenner girls, Blair Perry got a free position shot and sunk it in the back of the net. Beautiful shot. It's for a 5-2 Eagle lead with 15-17 left in the half. All right, so we've done another switch now. So we brought the first midfield back in. Dorsey goes back to defense, and it looks like we've still got first attack in. So Robinson not doing too many switches yet today. Couple of maneuvers on midfield, which of course also makes a change at defense, as Class always comes in when Dorsey moves to the midfield line. But I haven't noticed any switches on attack yet, Hap.
Not yet.
We're 10 minutes into the game. Normally he's got some switching going on, and I'm actually surprised because I would think he might do more switching today with the girls' legs.
They got a new kid on the circle here, Steve.
Oh, Maddie just did a great
spot
on the draw. Just draws it off of her girl and flips it up to Aldave for just a beautiful play.
Aldave's ground ball was just crazy good. That girl was ahead of her and in front of her, and I don't know how Andy got to stick around her.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It's a nice play on Aldave. And now we got a nice little dish off to Anna Robinson right around the goal circle. She gets hammered by two Mustangs, so the ref blows the whistle. She tries to go in for the free position, but wisely pulls it out as two Mustangs crash on her. Nice dish in the middle to Anderson, who drops it, but then Paris gets the ground ball.
Sometimes you're in the right place at the right time.
Blair Paris has been a ground ball hawk this year. Just does a really nice job, along with Andy Aldave. Just doesn't slow down, just runs right through the ball like they teach you, all the way back to Tykers. But they both do a nice job on their ground balls. Nice little dish off to Hoffman here, who dishes it back to Katie May. I thought maybe we'd see a third one.
Breaking ankles.
Oh, Katie
hit the goalie.
Shot to the goalie. Not Katie's best shot of the game, as she looked like she
moved. Necro fell down.
What do they say? She broke her ankles.
Broke them both.
Figuratively speaking, folks. For those of you who aren't watching on TV, ESPN 5. I think is that where we are? Hap ESPN 5.
At least.
All right, so the Mustangs have the ball. They're bringing it up across midfield, trying to clear it. For some reason, we don't seem to be too sticky on that redefend there, Hap. So the Mustangs didn't have any trouble clearing it across a restraining line on their offensive side as they're setting up their offense.
Their offense is good, so we have to really keep on our toes here. They're fast. They play loose.
Is that Shea Clevenger, number 15?
No, Shea's down here.
Shea's
number
3.
On
defense, right.
Eloise is number 9 across the field.
Eloise is number 9, okay.
Eloise is
and
ninth grader.
And Victoria Hench is number 6. She's a sophomore. I only know that because she plays M&D with my daughter.
Nice shot.
And Coop, great shot, but Coop sticks her stick up in the air, makes a great save. Now she's trying to clear it. Gets it off to Nicole Elise.
Nicole runs right into the goalie.
Nicole will probably just run it up, as there aren't too many
Nicole
people
has 5 on her
that can keep up with her.
5.
Nice job, Nicole Elise, on the clear. She running it down the sideline. It looks like she's going to get trapped, so she does a little retrieval, or reversal, I guess, is probably a better way to say that, and then dumps it off to Aldave, who takes it across the restraining line. Now we're back behind, and we do have a switch on attack. We got Megan Mix had the ball behind. Now she's up to Danny Jacobstein, number 17, who dumps it off to Aldave. Oh, looked like Aldave had a nice one-on-one opportunity and had it off to Emma Sheddig, but she got the ball checked out of her stick, and now the Mustangs are trying to clear it. Looked like a nice check by Rachel Anderson, but according to the ref, it was something she wasn't supposed to do, so she blew the whistle. Bringing it up over the restraining line. Now the Mustangs are trying to get it up over midfield, and number 4 for the Mustangs has got some wheels.
They got to get in front of her. She's going to shoot.
She brings it all the way into the middle, and the ref blows his whistle. It looks like she, according to the ref, she got hit across the body maybe, so she's going to get a free position right at the very top center of the 8. So we'll have to see how Coop handles this free position shot, because she's got a pretty wide open, not too many people in her way, so I would expect that she'll take this in for at least an attempt. Coop's coming in.
Oh.
And she does a nice bounce shot, make it a 5-3 Eagle lead with 11:07 left in the first half. So little transition there. Not a good play on the offensive end for the Eagles. trying to bring it into the middle, didn't protect our stick. They checked it out and took it down for a score. 5-3, 11:07. Got a little switcheroo here, Coach Robinson. We now got, Maddie Jenner still doing the draw, but we've got Sheddig and Dorsey around the circle, and Class comes in again to take Dorsey's spot on the defensive side.
Is this their third? This is their third different draw, girl.
Oh, they're trying something new, the Mustangs are, because they haven't been too successful, so they're going to switch it up themselves. On attack, we've got May, Jacobstein, Anderson, and Mix. So we'll see how we do on the offensive side here. Ref's ready. Blows the whistle. Maddie throws it up to herself and gets another draw.
Wow, that girl's right in front of her.
Up to Dorsey, who will take it across a restraining line, I assume, without trying to pass it, and she does. Settles it down, takes it back to May behind the net, who settles it back with Megan Mix, number 8. Junior, headed off to Cal in 2 years. It's been a nice surprise. I shouldn't say a surprise, but Megan Mix has really had a nice season so far. Oh, beautiful feed.
Wow.
Katie May to Rachel Anderson coming across the middle, and Rachel just throws a bullet right past the goalie, right off her left hip. Beautiful shot, off stick for a 6-3 Eagle lead with 10:33 left in the half. Have we had, I think every goal today, Hap, except for the free positions, have been assisted.
Yep, so far.
Nice
Blair.
Ball movement.
Yeah.
All right, so we just did another switch on attack. Hoffman came back in, and we're short an attacker. Coach, we're short an attacker. We're down a girl. Oh, no, we've got 5 on the defensive side. Never mind. So it looks like
that's an interesting.
Well, who's going to be playing attack? You got Jenner, Dorsey, and Sheddig are on the circle.
Got Caleb back here,
and Maddie throws it to herself again.
What the heck was that? My goodness gracious!
So,
Maddie draws to herself.
Well, it looks like I think Dorsey's got her hands up in the air like, what are you talking about? So maybe she thinks Dorsey hopped over the line early. I don't know. I didn't see anything, but it doesn't matter. The ref thinks he saw something, or she did. Nice check. Stay on her, girls. They're trying to – oh, that was a very nice pickup. It was a bounce, but, of course, sometimes a bounce pass is good on the turf. Eagles did a nice job of trying to hold them off of clearing the ball, but they finally got it across the restraining line. Dorsey had a very nice check, knocked it out of the girl's stick, but unfortunately it kind of rolled right toward a Mustang. So Eagles weren't able to take advantage of the check. Mustangs settle the ball on the left elbow right now. They're trying to work it into the middle. Mustangs are very active offense, Hap. They really move the ball nicely.
They're fast girls, and they throw the ball and catch it.
Good fundamentals. I like. They look good. I like the way they move
wide
the ball.
Open.
And she came across the middle.
And
we got a penalty on the Eagles as Victoria.
I tell you what, they keep playing like this, they're going to give us fits
because
they're getting sort of loose in the middle, and we're crashing, and these free positions haven't been going well for us.
This free position is not working out well for the Eagles because they have got a wide open net. Yeah, that's really difficult. Hench dumps it off to her teammate number 15, who is literally right on the doorstep, and gave Coop no chance on that one. Just point-blank range. That's a very difficult job for the goalie. So that makes it 6-4. We got a game here, folks. 9:05 left in the first half. Eagles have had a few goals in a row, but the Mustangs keep chipping away, and it's a 2-goal spread right now.
Come on, Maddie! Oops.
So we've got...
Should be saying that, huh?
We've got... that's all right. Everybody knows we're home. We're home. We're homers. We've got Aldave and Puri back on the circle.
We're really
Maddie
dominating
Jenner
the draw, but it really hasn't.
Draw.
We're not seeing that same percentage on the scoreboard today, which we usually do.
I think we've won, all but maybe 1 or 2, depending on the whistles. And Andy Aldave comes flying through the air, knocks it out of the air onto the ground, but then she picks up her own ground ball. Great draw control. Look at this. Great movement by the Eagles. Aldave to Hoffman, back to Jenner in the middle. So assist Hoff. And if this were ice hockey, then Andy Aldave would get an assist as well. You know, they call it the hockey assist, Hap. You know that, right? It was Aldave to Hoffman to Jenner. So Hoffman gets the assist. Jenner gets the goal right up top. Beautiful ball movement on the Eagles. And it all started with a great draw control. Andy Aldavi, number 21.
Yeah, that was a flying. I tell you what.
What are they? What were those? The circus, the flying
Cirque du
Walendas, or
the Walendas, the high wire people.
The high wire people.
Sarasota, Florida.
So another draw here. Maddie grabs it out of the air again, and they call a whistle on the Mustangs. So Maddie gets the draw. Looks like she's eyeing up Andy Aldavi for a patented fast break or attempted a fast break here. We don't really have any more numbers in the Mustangs, so Hoffman pulls it out, takes it back behind the net to, who was it? Katie May is who she threw that to. Looks like we got the first attack back in there. Oh, no, Megan Mix is still in there.
Yeah,
Megan took it in, really did a nice job of weaving through 2 or 3 girls, but then decided there was too many of them, so she pulled it back out. Gives it to Hoffman. Hoffman just comes through and dumps it in. Just a beautiful, unassisted, that's our first unassisted goal, but that was a beautiful move on Hoff. She took the inside lane and just beat her girl.
There's a line in Bull Durham where the pitcher, Meat, says, I want to bring the heat. I want to announce my presence with authority. And that's what Hoffman just did. She brought the heat, and she announced her presence with authority.
She can throw some bullets in there, can't she?
Wow. Well, she muscled through several girls. And
there's another girl. We were talking about Maddie Jenner earlier, but apparently Julia Hoffman just did a lot of yeoman's work this winter. Really worked hard, increased her speed. Really and it's paying off. She's having a phenomenal year. So Jenner once again gets her own draw and throws it up to Aldave, but not before the refs blow a whistle. And I guess the Mustangs did something to Jenner that they weren't supposed to. So it's our ball. Cross the restraining line, up to Megan Mix, back to Robinson behind the net, and off to Katie May. Katie May looking for the feed as Jenner comes running through the middle on a nice cut. Off to Hoffman. Hoffman off to Paris, who looks like, I thought she was going to get a shooting space.
Wow. She has 3 girls on her.
Now she gets, what was that called? Just a little love tap that the ref didn't like?
I guess. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it looks like that was on Shea. Blair's got a free position. I just noticed their goalie's a big girl. What is the goal, Hap? Is it 6 feet? Is the goal 6 feet tall?
6 by 6.
So she's just about 6 feet. Now, of course, that includes the helmet, so she's probably about 5'8", 5'10". But, tall girl. But Paris takes the free position and buries it in the back of the net for a 9-4 Eagles lead with 7:21 left in the half.
This is reminiscent of what happened Thursday, where it was a close game for the first quarter, and then in the second quarter we had a little sprint, went to 6-2 at half, and that was pretty much the margin of difference. Here we had a 1-goal game a minute ago, and now it's 9-4.
Yeah. Eagles are hopefully going to start taking advantage of the draw. I mean, have we lost one draw?
Yeah, whistles.
On a whistle? Yeah, we had some sort of infraction. So here we go. Ref's she's got the stick set. Maddie draws it to herself again. Off to Paris. Sees, she thought she had Aldave off to the side, but then the girl crashed on her, so she kept it herself. Paris ran it across the restraint line, dumped it off to Hoffman, who's got it behind the net, to Katie May, now off to Anna Robinson, looking for the feed. Oh, beautiful pickup. Tried to feed it into Maddie Jenner in the middle, and it was just a tough force. Nice feed. Oh, beautiful. Oh, she hits the pipe. So beautiful shot by Aldave. Throws a bullet, but must have hit the pipe because it came all the way back out to the restraining line, and the Mustangs got called for being offsides. Hap, that's so tough as they sit there and watch the ball roll to them. It takes every muscle in their body to keep them from jumping across that restraining line.
Well, their feet have grown a little bit since they bought those sneakers, and I don't know.
But apparently she tiptoed on the line or something because the ref gave it to McDonough. Said the Mustangs were offsides. That's all right. Aldave. So we had a little mishap on a feed, a little behind the girl, but Aldave's there to retrieve the ground ball.
Steve, if you look at the paper and you read Andy's stats, they may not look extraordinary, but she really is the foreman that runs this whole show. She's getting the ground balls. She's making the plays. She's spotting the open girls. She's always in the right place at the right time.
If I was a lacrosse coach, you give me 11 Andy Aldaves, I'll take them all day long.
Yeah.
I don't care how many goals it says she's got, how many assists it says she's got.
Whoa! Oh,
and then another
Aldave
with her patented sidearm just bullet.
She hit the goalie in the middle of the face.
Hits the goalie right in the head.
I'm glad they didn't yellow card her on that. I've seen refs pull the yellow card and say dangerous shot.
What they call that, dangerous shot?
Yeah.
I mean, she has a helmet for a reason, right?
Yeah, but still you can get a concussion by getting hit in the head with a.
Megan Mix is being chased by 2 Mustangs, but she gets rid of it. Off to Paris, and now she gets called. She gets a shooting space call. Nice movement. Megan Mix was getting hammered by 3 Mustangs. She wiggles her way out of it, dumps it off to Maddie Jenner, who then sees Blair Paris coming across the middle, dumps it to Blair, and then Blair gets a free position because of a shooting space call. 5 minutes left in the first half. Oh, Paris pulls it out. Okay, smart. You had a bunch of Mustangs crashing in on her. So they decide to restart their offense, but they just got a yellow card on the Mustangs for just tagging Julia Hoffman upside the ear. And she was in the 8, so that'll obviously be a free position, and we'll have a man up for 2 minutes with 4:43 left in the first half, 9-4 Eagles, and Julia Hoffman with a free position or free possession. And she pulls it out, gives it off to Aldave up top, back to Hoffman on the right elbow. Does a nice fake, comes in, once again splits the defenders, just does her bull rush, little head fake, and then just buries it in the net for a 10-4 Eagle lead, and only 9 seconds, only 9 seconds off the penalty. So we got another minute 51 that we can operate with a man up. 4:33 left in the half, and we do another switcheroo move. Dorsey up to midfield with Shedig, and Aldave Maddie Jenner still doing the draw. We got Abernathy back on the defensive side for the draw, so she'll move up to attack, I suppose, because we've only got 3 girls on the offensive side right now. Which I didn't know you could do that, Hap. I guess you could put as many on either side as long as they stay behind the restraining line.
Yeah, that's all it is.
With that new rule this year. Which, by the way, I love this rule. It's when I watch the college girls, and they haven't switched it in college yet. I think they're going to switch it eventually because you got all those girls crashing in for those draws. And
I thought it was switched in college.
No, it's not in college yet. They can still crash. Nice. Okay, now that's the kind of transition you like to see. So Ava Class, one of our stalwart freshmen, gets the ground ball on the other side, passes it up to Roth for a nice, easy clear. McDonough takes it down to the offensive side. Robinson takes a nice shot, but a very nice save by the goalie. So she's got the ball, trying to clear it to her girl. Katie May is on it. Oh, overthrow, and looks like Marge Donovan's going to come in for the ground ball. Katie May picks up the ground ball. Nice job, and beautiful feed to
that's a great play by them because we had a wide open goal and they jumped into shooting space.
Yeah, that was a nice,
and they got the whistle.
Good strategy there, but that was a nice dump from Katie May to
Did Katie
Kayla
get the intercept?
And Abernathy gets the free position and dumps it in the back of the net. So it was a beautiful feed to Abernathy. He was getting ready to just unleash on the goalie, and they called shooting space. So she got the free position and buried it anyway. Still 46 seconds left in the penalty, Hap. 11-4 lead for McDonough with 3:29. That's one of the, depending on obviously which side of the sideline you're rooting for. That in college, as you know, the yellow card penalty gets wiped out by a goal, but in high school it doesn't get wiped out. You got 2 full minutes of man up that can be very destructive.
Yeah, you can get 3 goals.
You can easily get 3-4 goals in a 2-minute span with no problem, especially if you keep getting a draw the way we are.
So who do we have on?
Now we got Emma Sheddick doing the draw.
Was that Kayla unassisted?
That was Kayla unassisted because it was a free position shot. So on the switch with Emma Sheddick doing the draw, we had an opportunity to ground ball, but beautiful passing by the Mustangs. So I didn't have time to catch up and tell you that the Mustangs got the draw. ran it downfield around the back of the net for a nice dish to a girl cutting across the middle, and she buried it in the back of the net for an 11-5 Eagle lead with 3:14 left in the half. And again, by the way, Hep, the Mustangs have 5 goals today. 2 of them are man-down goals.
I was listening to you guys. You are excellent.
We got some kudos from one of the dads in the audience.
We've got a compliment.
Chris Jenner, Maddie and Liv's dad, who's a just very faithful fan here at every game. Between here and Duke and wherever Duke's playing, they go watch their girls play, which they love to do. Oh, that's got to be over the head again. But Emma Sheddig gets the draw control on a ground ball and takes it across the restraining line. Little whistle on the Mustangs as they went over Emma Sheddig's head or did something that the ref didn't like. Now we've settled it back behind, and they just yelled out an offensive play, and it looks like we just ran out the clock. Beautiful dish from Katie May to Julia Dorsey as the clock ran out on the penalty, so they were just about ready to go even up with us. But we buried it in the back of the net on a nice feed from Katie May to Julia Dorsey.
Who got
Julia
that draw?
Dorsey.
I'm still catching up here.
That was Emma Sheddig. And it's now 12-5 Eagles with 2:39 left in the first half.
And who scored that goal?
Julia Dorsey on a feed from Katie May. Beautiful, nice little feed, sidearm rifle to the back of the net.
And Katie fed who? I'm sorry.
Julia Dorsey.
Got it.
So now on the circle we've got, looks like Sheddig's going to do the draw again, and you got Abernathy and Dorsey on the circle. Everybody's fighting for it. Looks like it was a nice fight for the ground ball, but the Mustangs came up with it, threw it back to their defensive side, and now they're going to try to clear it again as they come running up they're coming across midfield now. Still haven't gotten across, but they just got it across the restraining line. So the Mustangs will set up their offense now with 2 minutes left in the first half. 12-5 lead for the Eagles. Mustangs around the left elbow, coming up top. Swinging it around the circle. Nobody's cutting across the middle on this series, Hap. I don't know if they're waiting to set up an offensive play. We've already given up more goals today than we gave the whole whole game against Notre Dame. Get it away from the goal.
I think Nicole blocked that, and I think Kayla picked it up.
Kayla Abernathy with the ground ball gets it off to Ava Klass, who then gets clobbered with a across-the-body call. Klass dumps it off to Marge, who dishes it off to Julia Dorsey, who probably will run it across the restraining line, and she does. So Eagles are going to set it up on the offensive side, but Dorsey just unloads it to Emma Sheddig right in the middle, who rifles it into the back of the net. Nice low left shot off the goalie's
underclass
right
duo
knee.
teaming up
That's
again.
a sophomore swing right there. Sheddig to Dorsey, or Dorsey to Sheddig is what it was.
Which way was that? I'm going to...
It was 13-5 now with 1:18 left in the half.
Sheddig fed Dorsey?
No, Dorsey fed Sheddig.
Okay. It'd be nice if I can watch some of this game.
Yeah, well, it's hard when you're trying to do the Twitter feed, too. You're all thumbs again, Hap.
No kidding.
All right, so now we've switched back to we've got the first midfield in there with Maddie Jenner taking the draw, Aldave and Puri on the circle, and Dorsey comes back and moves back to defense. Coach Robinson doesn't. You know how Hap we've talked about. There's seemed a lot of games we seem to give up a silly goal with 30, 40 seconds left in the half. And I think Coach Robinson said, I'm not going to have any of that
happens
today.
A lot.
My first team
I can't tell you the number of times we've given up a goal in the last 60
the
seconds.
draw didn't go above the shoulder that time, so the ref had to restart it.
They've got another girl in here. This might be the fourth different girl. This is that super fast girl who just blitzed down the field. Number 4. All Andy all
Andy
the time.
takes it. Gets it out of the air.
That came from right behind her.
Yeah,
that was not a good.
She got it checked out of her stick, but the ref didn't like the way the girl did it. I guess over the head or something. But Aldave gets another draw control. She's spotting up to see who's open, and looks like she throws it over to Maddie, who takes it across the restraining line. The Eagles will set up their offense with 1:02 left in the half.
They should probably spread this out.
13-5 lead by the Eagles. It looks like they're going to do, what does coach call that, margarine or spread the score? Or what's that?
Yeah, the Eagles will spread this out. They're going to pass it around and count this down to probably about 17 seconds and then launch an assault.
Yeah, it gives you enough time to take a shot. If it rebounds off, gives you time for another one, but doesn't give them time. If we miss it, doesn't give them time to take it down and take one shot. So let's see what we do here. Blair is just running around, dumps it off to Hoffman on the right side. Now we got 18 seconds. Looks like Hoffman's going to give it off to Katie May. And once again, we started it out way too far.
Oh, wow.
Now we're not even going to get a shot off, Hap.
Yeah, we'll get something.
We got 3 seconds. We're not even going to get a shot off. What did I tell you?
That was not a shot.
I'm not sure what we're thinking there, or what. I mean, granted, it's a 13-5
really interesting last
lead,
series.
But when you got the ball with a minute to go and you stand out there and hold it, I think you at least try to get some sort of decent offensive play. But again, it's 13-5 lead, so Eagles are doing okay here.
Announce my presence with authority.
Our friend Chris Jenner has just walked up to the booth.
Announce his presence with authority.
Oh, my.
And Chris is Maddie Jenner's dad. He came up to tell us that the feed is going through.
Excellent.
And that
Good.
and that he enjoyed it on the way here. Well, that's terrific.
The Jenner girls are going to duke it out.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like I'm catching.
Chris is reminding us of
I'm
some of his
catching
favorite
some
one-liners from
flack
this morning's
some of our
broadcast.
listeners who are at the beach this weekend, saying that I may not have given the compliment that I was looking to give. I guess you got to be careful when you're talking about different situations here. And anyway, everything I said so far was meant to be a compliment for those that are listening.
I thought you had a good compliment of compliments.
I thought it was a good compliment, but apparently that may not go over well in the female community.
I got some Twitter heat on Thursday because I referred to the Zamboni team being on the field at the end of the game. And I guess I should go on record by explaining that the Zamboni team are those girls with a lot of speed and great stick work who can maintain possession for the last minute or so of the game. We call it Zamboni team because they're put out there to put the game on ice.
Oh.
And it's actually a high compliment, but I think some folks thought that maybe that had something to do with whoever they throw on the field at the end of the game, which was not the intention.
I like that. Zamboni, that's a good little name that not everybody would understand, especially if you're not a hockey fan.
For those of you who haven't seen a hockey game, the Zamboni is that big contraption vehicle that they put on the ice between periods that wets down
Cleans
the
it
ice
up.
and makes it
Fills
fresh.
in the little holes.
Yeah.
All the divots dug up by the blades.
Steve, this is a dangerous business we're in here. You say something and it goes out there. And
hey, it's a
control,
permanent record.
You can't
so
control
you
how
it's
heard or.
Of course, that's right. So a little shout out to Three Limes. As I'm not going to get into any details on that. That'll be a little inside joke, but she was my good friend who pointed out that I may not have given the compliment that I was looking to give, may not be construed the way I wanted to. But anyway, thanks for the critique. We're always trying to improve our broadcast here at the Hill at McDonough, at Bo Dixon Field. At the berm, where it's always windy.
It's always windy.
But thanks to Hap, who invested in these little wind aids, it's hopefully coming across nice and clear for everybody listening.
Once the revenue from this broadcast picks up, we can hire someone to hold one of those.
Do we need to go to our commercials? Don't forget to go to the school store and buy all your hats and
Oh, look who we have down
Jackets.
here.
Oh,
It's Alumni Day here at McDonough.
How about
and
that?
We've got a number of notable ex-McDonough Laxers. In front of us are Corinne Etchison, and what was her friend's name? The one on the right there? Tyler?
I think her last name's Cummings.
Taylor Cummings.
I think she won a couple of awards in college.
Did she play in college?
I think she did. She played
She went down the street here. Went to Maryland?
She did. She just about an hour down the road. But they're here. I tell you, that is one thing. We really get a lot of support from the girls who played in the program in prior years.
We should give a shout-out to Taylor has launched Cummings Lacrosse and is doing a number of things to help teach, educate, and improve the lacrosse of younger players.
She really has.
So go look her up. Google Cummings Lacrosse, and might have the name wrong. Might be Taylor Cummings Lacrosse, but she's doing some really good work. I know a number of people who have used her service and are just raving about how good it was.
Well, I would say that Taylor's probably got a little bit of knowledge that she can impart to the young girls. I remember when my girls were tiny, they would love to come out and do the McDonough lacrosse camp, and the little girl, they look up to these older girls. It's I think it's great that Taylor's.
Remember the old saw: those who can do, and those who can't teach.
Coach.
So yeah, if you
broadcast.
if you look at who some of the great coaches were, none of them, or I shouldn't say none of them, many of them weren't great players. The Earl Weavers of the world.
Correct.
But Taylor seems to be one of those special players who not only did it all at the highest level, I think, ever, but also can really teach the details to young kids. I remember there's a video of Pete Sampras trying to teach a backhand to some young tennis players, and if you look at what he was telling them to do, if they actually tried that, they'd probably sprain their wrist. He had no idea how to hit a backhand. No idea. He'd been doing it so long, so well, that he had lost.
He could do it, but he couldn't teach it.
Yeah, he'd lost sort of a sense of what he was actually doing.
Interesting. Well, I love the fact that these ladies come back and give back to the program that they, helped build. She's done some clinics for the McDonough kids, little lower schoolers who, as I said, look up to these young ladies. I think it's great.
Well, Taylor and Corinne were ninth graders back when this vaunted streak started in
exactly
2009, right. April
11th.
Not that anybody's
keeping track
or knows that date, but they were ninth graders when we lost to Canandaigua on
Some
a really
team out of New
sloppy, rainy afternoon, and now I think they're married, have children, or maybe not.
No, neither one of them are married.
They're grown up.
And neither one of them have children.
They're out of college.
1 year out of college. So text us if you got any suggestions, but we've got about 50 seconds left in the halftime break. Coaches are giving their respective teams words of wisdom to carry them through the last 25 minutes of today's game.
Corinne went to Georgetown.
She did.
But it's hard to believe she's out.
Had a nice career.
It seemed like just the other day, that she and Taylor were in that Under Armour All-Star game at United Stadium at Towson, and they both broke the scoring record with 8 points apiece, which was
that
phenomenal.
Makes for a nice day, doesn't it?
The two of them best friends and performing at that kind of high level together.
Yeah, they're good buddies. Obviously played a lot of years together and then played against each other in college. But as is true, I think, with the whole lacrosse community, as girls and on the boys' side, they play with each other, they play against each other, but it's a brotherhood, a sisterhood that spans back many years. I went out to the McDonough BL boys lacrosse game yesterday afternoon, and you see all these people in the stands, and you know that at least half of them probably played lacrosse and played against each other, and it's just a pretty neat.
On Thursday, we had 7 girls on the field who were on the same MD 2018 club team. So
that's right, in the Notre Dame game.
Johnston, Martinet, and Sabrin for Notre Dame, and then Cooper, Robinson, Jenner, and Hoffman.
And then you got a bunch
of
Skywalker's girls that play with each other during the summer, but against each other in the spring on the high school tour. All right, so here we go. Start of the second half, and Jenner starts it the same way that she started the first half. Up. Well, she had the ball on her stick, and 3 girls mugged her, but there was no whistle. And so they checked it out of her stick, and the Mustangs take it down into their offensive side. But Jenner, once again, drew it to herself, had a nice draw. She was trying to dump it off to the middle to Aldave, but
they had her wrapped up, and I don't know that was
what transpired there. Another beautiful shot by the Mustangs, but a fantastic save by Cooper, who goes down low to make the save. Now she's coming over and trying to give it to Marge Donovan, and she does. She dumps it off. Cooper draws the defender off, or I guess the attacker, over to her so she could dump it off to Marge, and Marge takes it across the restraining line, dumps it off to Hoffman, and then heads back across the restraining line so that we can get a full complement of offense down on our side.
It's always great
Robinson
to get that
has
first
the ball
save
behind the net, but she brings it all the way out as 2 Mustangs are hot on her trail. Off to Hoffman, off to Paris, and then Paris gets nailed, and so the ref blows his whistle, calls a penalty, and it looks like Paris is going to have a free position on looks like maybe the second hash on the left, or on the near side, as we like to say in radio. Oh, that's the other thing, Hap. You know what they always say in radio? As the Eagles go from right to left on your dial.
Oh, wow.
Oh! Beautiful play. Maddie Jenner with the great ground ball in a crowd of
Andy
blue.
Fed. Who was that behind there that she threw it to?
I did not see that.
Andy Fed. It might have been Anna. Andy made a great feed. Ball got loose, was on the ground. Maddie picked it up and dumped it.
I'm getting asked by somebody where my wife is, and I don't know where she is. She's here somewhere watching the game. Got one of our most famous women's refs have come to the game today, wearing her Clemson Tiger gear. So here we go.
Don't you have New Clemson? Don't you have New Clemson Tiger in the family?
I got New Clemson stuff, as my middle daughter is headed off to Clemson in August. Maddie tries to get it to herself, and
that's
Blair
speed.
Paris picks up another ground ball. That's just what do they say, Hap? You can't teach speed?
Well, you can't teach whatever that is Blair Paris has. She's got speed. She's got toughness. She refuses to lose.
She just puts her nose down and says, that ground ball is going to be mine.
That girl.
So she dumps it off to Maddie Jenner, takes it across the restraining line. 14-5 Eagle lead right now with 22 minutes. And Eagles are playing here for a possible 10-goal lead, which would give us a running clock, which is always a fan favorite.
Especially when it's raining.
So Katie May, who was behind the cage, passes it up to Blair Paris, takes it in and gets, I don't know if that was a 3-second Hap or a shooting space, but she pulls it out, gives it to Anderson, off to Robinson, who has the ball intercepted. Nice play by the Mustangs. Shea Clevenger on the interception.
This girl's fast. Who's number 4 from Marriott Ridge?
This is number 4, but she's got some wheels, man. She can move up and down the field.
Who's number 4? Sarah Blaylock. Yes, I've been hearing about her for years. She is phenomenal.
So the Mustangs have it on their offensive end.
Nice
Coop
try,
tried to come out and intercept it. Just misses her stick. Mustangs are taking it around the other way. She's probably down here.
Eloise?
Yeah, she's got to be up top here somewhere. Oh, no, there she is down there.
Marriott Ridge is moving around the outside.
With Sydney. She's
a lot of ISOs being stopped nicely by the defense. And
so what was the call there, Hat? Was it 3 seconds?
I think. It couldn't have been shooting space. Well, they get a free position anyway from that far hash.
All right, so they got a free position. Oh, nice defense.
Hannah Roth. Oh!
Roth and Dorsey close in.
Cooper!
Cooper makes a great save, but then has the ball intercepted as she tries to clear it. So the
was
Mustangs
fired
now
up.
have the ball back.
That really was a great save, and she had some adrenaline running. She fired it to a midi, and they just picked it right off.
Coop was looking for the fast break, trying to get the ball up the field quick. It was a nice interception by the Marriott Ridge girl. And once again,
bail her
Marge
out
Donovan
here.
with that stalwart defense.
Oh, no.
She gets called for a little love tap, but no harm, no foul. She's all the way, or actually, I guess it was a foul, but no harm since it was way outside the 12. So the Mustangs settle on their offense. Great defense by the Eagles, keeping the Mustangs out of the 12 right now. Mustangs reset their offense. They're shifting. We've got 3 girls shifting across to the right, 7 cuts across the middle. Oh, nice check.
And
beautiful
they bail
check
out
by
Coop.
Dorsey. Dorsey checks it out of the stick, and Roth picks up the ground ball, streaking up the field, and then she gets hammered by 2 Mustangs, and the ref blows the whistle. So we're going to have a pretty much free clear here, and looks like Roth is looking over towards Andy. Nice catch on the feed from Roth, and Andy takes it across the restraining line and up to Anderson, who dumps it off the. Whoa!
Oh wow!
So
Shea
she's getting
Clemens out
aggressive
way
back
out,
there.
and just banging on Robinson.
Sorry about that.
Hey, look how aggressive they're being.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming.
Kind
out.
of working.
Off to Hoffman, back to May. May's going to work her little dipsy do. Oh, here she comes around the right side, looking for the feed. Feeds it to Maddie Jenner, who throws it into the net.
Wow.
Beautiful play. Nice assist by Katie May. Maddie caught it right-handed, and then with the defender where she was, Maddie had to switch it to her left hand and buries it on the bottom right off stick from the goalie. Just a nice all-around effort.
Is that a left-handed shot?
It was a left-handed shot. She had to switch it, even though she caught it right-handed, and in a matter of about 2 seconds, switched it off to the left. Goalie really didn't have a chance.
And ladies and gentlemen, the clock is running.
So now the clock is running. It's a 15-5 lead for the Eagles. The goal came with about 19:04 left in the half. We'll see how long it takes for the ref to get these sticks all squared away. I tell you, at the Notre Dame game the other day, if they had had a running clock, I think they must have chewed up 20 minutes just trying to get the sticks set the way they liked it. Well, here we go. Kayla Abernathy on the draw, knocks it off to Emma Sheddick, who has it in her stick, but then gets it knocked out. There's a scramble for the ground ball. Emma Sheddick comes up with it, and Emma Sheddick gets the ball. Apparently there was a infraction on the Mustangs, who are dressed in blue today. So McDonough's got the ball off into the offensive set. Katie May has it now back up top to Dorsey. He's got it way outside of the 12, closer to the restraining line, actually. Off to the left side to Emma Sheddick, number 6, sophomore.
Oh, they're swinging at Dorsey. She's down. She's up.
Coach.
Oh, wow. What a feed. Oh my
boy,
Lord.
Beautiful feed to Megan Mix. It was almost like a lob, almost like an alley-oop.
She threw that over
36 girls, I think.
I think it was 8 girls. Threw it
Megan
right over
Mix
8
had
girls,
a nice,
and Megan caught it
nice,
on the crease.
grab, and then tried to dump it almost like a quick stick into the back of the net. Now McDonough's got the Mustangs
they're
all
way
out of sorts. And so we had Megan Mix being chased by 3 Mustangs. She dumps it to the back of the net to Katie May, who feeds Hoffman to the front of the net.
No one near
and
her.
Hoffman gets a shooting space called, and now she's got a free position.
If she
getting
doesn't
ready
go
to
early,
dump it.
she's going to have a free ride here.
Yeah, she's going to bury it. Yeah, you
Yep.
saw that coming. Hoffman hasn't missed many of those
That was
this
a
year.
foregone contusion.
Foregone contusion. Well, I tell you what, you get hit by one of her balls, you are going to get a contusion. Okay, so 16-5. We no longer have a running clock because the Mustangs just called a timeout. So they're going to try to regroup here, and coach is going to give them the wisdom for how to finish out this 17 minutes down by 11 goals. So nice start to the second half for the Eagles. Interesting quick timeout. I guess didn't want everything to get too far out of whack here.
Too far out of whack.
Well, you get 11-goal deficit. Things can get even further away from you pretty quickly.
What I got to give the Mustangs credit for really picking up their game right here. They're down by 10 goals before that one, and instead of rolling over and playing dead, and we've seen some teams do that this year,
Well, they came out aggressive on defense.
They came out even more aggressive. They're playing us way out. They're diving for interceptions. They're still in this to win this. So good for them. And this timeout also shows that they haven't given this thing up yet.
Got a nice crowd out here on Alumni Day. Looks like the JV's getting ready to start warming up. Hap, we got 2 more regular season games before
then we go right into the playoffs, right?
And this is our last home game before the playoffs start. Century next week, John Carroll next week, both away games.
At John Carroll, which was really tough 2 years ago. And at
Century's
Century, which was really tough both last year and the year before.
My memory of Century is, for whatever reason, maybe it's because we're always used to playing on turf, but we don't do well with ground balls at their home field. So that's that.
You know what my memory of Century is? I had to pay $8 to go watch my daughter play lacrosse.
My memory of Century is we never had a lead last year, and we ended up winning in overtime.
We never had a lead.
That was a...
Well, 2 years ago it was a close game on Riot Day, the day that Baltimore riots broke out. We were all out.
Okay, so here we go, Hap. Timeout's over. We got Kayla Abernathy doing the draw, and we got Sheddig and Dorsey on the circle. We got Mix, Hoffman, May, and Robinson on attack. Nice pickup by Emma Sheddig, who rifles it up to Abernathy. Picks up the ground ball, dishes it off to Robinson, who too many passes, ladies. Too many passes. And we got nice ground ball.
Bad
got a
whistle.
whistle for something.
And our ball. Yeah,
it's got to be our ball, right? Yep. So a lot of mad scramble for the ball. We had 3 Marriott's Ridge Mustangs back there with 2 McDonough Eagles, and somehow we came up with the ball. Not sure what the whistle was for.
Well,
but
she had it
in for a feed. She sees her teammates cutting across the middle, but nobody's open. She gets it back to Meg,
Mustangs swarm.
who's now back to Megan Mix. And I tell you, the Mustangs are playing aggressive defense, and the refs are letting them play, which I like.
Double team at Dorsey?
Yeah, they're going to double team.
Wow.
They ended up
classic
killing
Dorsey.
each other. And Dorsey dumps it into Kayla Abernathy with 2 Mustangs falling all over themselves as they try to keep
Literally. She knocked two girls were double team here.
Tried to keep up with Julia. She comes out and
both
sees
fall down.
Abernathy coming across the middle.
She feeds Kayla and dump.
Nice little turnaround dump, too. Abernathy caught it facing midfield, turns around while catching the ball, and just unloads it on the goalie without even really looking. Just good awareness of where she was on the field to know where she could dump that ball for a nice goal. 17-5 lead, Eagles.
Well,
running clock.
Give me a time on that.
15:41 was the time of the goal. Kayla Abernathy on the draw again, off to Sheddig. Sheddig gets the draw again, and she gets hammered from behind. She called a yellow card, which I think is a bad call. The girl had momentum. I don't think she was really doing anything that warranted a yellow card, and they're actually discussing it right now. The ref, who was closer, I think is trying to talk her out of a yellow card, and actually he was successful. He said, no, that really doesn't warrant a yellow card. They were both going for the ball.
What was the time of that goal again?
15:41. So now Eagles take it across the restraining line. Dorsey over to Mix. Abernathy's prowling the front of the net there. Sheddig has the ball. They're
doubling everything.
I tell you, Shea is really being very physical back there on defense, and the refs letting her get away with it. So, as they say, just keep doing it. Well, another beautiful shot by Kayla Abernathy, one of our great freshmen that have joined the team this year and been a big contributor, and another feed by Katie May. So another assisted goal for the Eagles, 18-5 lead with 14:10 to go in the game. And we got a nice little cushion here for that running clock, Hap. Keeping the same midfield in there, Dorsey, Sheddig, and Abernathy. Seems like it's working okay. Danny Jacobstein is now on attack.
Kayla shot that one?
Kayla shot that one again
on
another feed from Katie May. 14:25, something like that, Hap. It's on tape. We'll have to listen to the tape to figure out exactly what time it was. Emma Sheddick with another draw ground ball. Great pickup. Megan Mix grabs it from and is taken in the middle, but then she pulls it out as too many Mustangs were after her. Smart play by the junior. Off to Sheddick, who takes it up top to Dorsey. And looks like the Mustangs are off sides. So they put him back on sides and then gives Dorsey almost a free rein to the net now, but she was way outside the 12, so it really doesn't matter. And now we've got that patented wind coming off the...
Yeah, that's got to be loud on the...
Now we got a mad scramble for the ball as Megan Mix gets it knocked out of her stick.
The handle,
but then Danny Jacobstein comes up with a great ground ball. Must have been 5 girls all fighting for that ground ball. Eagles come up with it. Back behind the net to Rachel Anderson, number 1. Junior attacker.
Yaley.
The Eagles don't look like they're in any hurry, as you can imagine, with a 13-goal lead.
Wow.
Abernathy gets it, checks out her stick, or maybe just drops it. I'm not sure what happened there.
She turned and dropped the ball, but
so Marge
bailed her out.
Imagine that happened. Marge Donovan with another interception. So Eagles lose the ball on offense. The Mustangs are bringing it up the field, and Marge Donovan intercepts the pass. Just I don't know how many interceptions you think that is for her this year.
She's got a crazy number of interceptions.
Just been a great leader on the defensive side. Senior captain, headed off to Princeton next year. Dorsey trying to work her magic from the middle. Weaves her way through a couple of girls. Takes the shot. Left-handed shot, unassisted. A couple of face dodges there. Comes up through the middle, and nobody did the slide. So Julia, nice left-handed shot. Buried it in the upper left-hand part of the cage for a 19-5 lead by the Eagles with 11:36 left in the game. Goal came with about 11:48, I would say, Hap. Now we got the old switcheroo by Coach Robinson. Bethany Lally, Megan Mix, Isabel Webster, and looks like Danny Jacobstein on attack. Now we've got Aldave, Paris, and Jenner in the middle. We've got Abby Wilhelm, Marge Donovan, Hannah Roth, and looks like Nicole Elise on defense.
And if you'll allow me, we've got Liv Gagan in the goal.
Oh, we did a switcheroo at goalie. I didn't see that.
Yep.
And sort of mishap by the Mustangs gives McDonough the ball on the draw.
If you can see the goalie's knees, you know the Coop's out. She always wears sweats.
Oh, she does. Okay. That's one. I didn't notice that difference before. Speaking to a goalie parent. Megan Mix with the ball behind the net. Dishes it off to
Webby.
Isabel Webster, who brings it up top. Hands it off to Blair Paris. Blair Paris coming around, dishes it off to Andy Aldave. Aldave quarterbacking the offense from up top. Katie May typically our quarterback from behind. Bethany Lally with the ball, dumps it off to Megan Mix behind the net. She's coming around the right side. Gets it out to Danny Jacobstein. Danny's trying to work her magic coming in. Off to Blair Paris.
Uh-oh.
I tell you what, they're being aggressive on defense. No yellow card there, but a whistle. Looks like Paris going to get another free position from the far hash, it looks like. But she won't take it in. She'll dump it behind the net to Webster, who takes it off to Mix. Nice feed up the middle to Andy Aldave, who just buries a bullet in the top right corner. That's patented sidearm shot that she likes to bring to the game. Just a beautiful, and I don't know how fast she throws that ball, but it looks like it would hurt if it hit you. So nice job. Another assisted goal for a 20-5 lead. McDonough. Goal came with about 9:27 left in the half. We've got Abernathy back doing the draw, and now we got Megan Mix has moved up to the circle with Danny Jacobstein, and we've got Robinson, Anderson, Lally, and Webster on attack.
I ran into one of the Mustang moms coming in, and she said this year may not work out for us, but she said watch out next year.
Oh, they got some good girls on the bench coming through. Nice ground ball by the Mustangs on the draw there. Still having trouble getting it across the restraining line, though, as the Eagles are known for their redefending, especially if you want to play for Coach Robinson. But they finally get it across after a little bit of heat from the Eagles. They settle it. Mustangs settle it behind their net for their offensive set. I'm around the left elbow. This Mustang's trying to challenge Nicole Elise, which she probably wasn't aware she's not going to have a whole lot of success. That's a tough order. Nice senior leader, number 16, headed off to JMU next year. Captain, 4-year player for the Eagles.
Oh my word.
Shot, number 10. Wow. Just a bullet to the upper right-hand
number
corner
10?
of the net.
Ellie Simpson? Yeah, Ellie Simpson with a bullet. Unassisted.
20-6 lead for the Eagles with 7:40 left in the half. That goal came at about 7:50 half. Or not in the half, 7 minutes left in the game.
Both.
Well, that's true. It is a half. It just happens to be the second half. 14-goal lead. Running clock. Ref doesn't seem too anxious to get the sticks squared away for this draw. Holy cow, Hap. Here comes that wind. Megan Mix with the draw control. Great ground ball. Mr. Aldave taking our picture, sending it off to ESPN with our contract.
Our demands.
Our demands. We'd like...
Should we comment on the NFL draft while we're here?
You know, the only thing I know about the draft is that the Ravens got a cornerback. I don't know who they picked yesterday. I didn't pay attention. Oh, nice take by Danny Jacobson on a free position shot. Takes it in, buries it in the lower right-hand portion of the goal, off stick for their right-handed goalie. And then the only other thing, that first pick in the draft, that guy's a freak show.
I haven't.
6'4", 270, 4.6 40, and a 41-inch vertical leap.
And he's a cornerback?
No, he's a defensive end. Pass rusher.
That
was the first pick.
The first overall guy.
Yeah, first overall guy.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. 6'4", 270, 4.6 40, and a 41-inch vertical leap.
That's like you in your youth, Steve.
Yeah, sure. I'm a legend in my own mind.
And in the minds of many of us.
Okay, so here we go again. Eagles, another draw control by Megan Mix. Great job, number 8. Takes it across the restraining line and settles it in the offensive end behind the net to Anna Robinson, who's bringing it around the right side. Oh, she reverses course, looking for a feed, but nobody's open. Off to Megan Mix. Megan tries to come in, dumps it off to Bethany Lally, number 18, senior, headed off to be a fighting blue hen next year. Mighty University of Delaware.
Steve, I'm not.
Oh, nice feed by Abernathy. Abernathy, the freshman, to Jacob Stein, the sophomore. Nittany Lion to Stanford. That's a nice little combo there. They'll be playing together not only the remainder of this year, but 2 more years here at McDonough. Nice assist for Abernathy. Another goal for Jacob Stein. 4:50 left in the game. 22-6 Eagles. Oh, now we got another switch at goalie. Going to give the Hammer the last 4:40 call.
What was the time of that goal?
4:51, something like that. Julia Hammerschlag. Some people call her the Hammer. Just a nice addition to the McDonough Eagles, freshman goalie, along with Olivia Gagan, who's also a freshman. Eagles take another draw control, settle it down on their offensive end. Webster off to Abernathy, up to Jacob Stein, over to Mix. She's looking for Bethany Lally on the left-hand side, but Mustangs are coming out playing aggressive defense. You know, to your point a few minutes ago, Hap, you know, it may be 22-6, but the Mustangs have a lot of fight left in them. You got to love the way they don't give up. Anna Robinson behind the net, looking for a feed to her teammates. Nobody open. Off to Anderson. Rachel's trying to come in and give another feed. Bethany Lally behind the net, bringing her around left-handed. Looks like she's going to challenge a girl, but there's too many Mustangs in there, so she wisely pulls it out and dumps it off to Anna Robinson. 3:30 left in the game. Nice dump. Oh, beautiful shot. Nice dump over to Webster. Takes a beautiful left-handed shot, but a nice.
Is that Isabel to Anna?
No, other way around. Anna to Isabel. Isabel, beautiful left-handed shot. Goalie makes a nice toe save, and unfortunately it rattles out of bounds, and the Eagles didn't have anybody behind the net, so Mustangs maintain possession here, or gain possession. But then they throw an errant pass, and Danny Jacobstein heads up play, grabs a ground ball, gets credit for the steal and the ground ball, the forced turnover, I guess you'd say. Now here we come. We got Jordan Ansel in on defense. Nice pass up to Jenny Jacobstein for the clear. Great pass by the senior defenseman. Danny Jacobstein coming up to the top. Now dumps it off to Megan Mix. Mustangs are coming out with strong defense. Abernathy now has the ball. 2:27 left. Looks like the Eagles are not going to be in any hurry to charge the cage. But, of course, as I say that, Jacobstein heads towards the cage but then pulls it back out. Abernathy tries to unload it in the middle. Not a good pass. Webster gives her a little love tap, and the ref blows the whistle. So she's getting all the girls set up. Clock's still running, so no benefit there for the Mustangs. That's probably 15-20 seconds ran off the clock. Bethany Lally on the redefend. Mustangs lob a pass up over the restraining line, so they clear the restraining line. Eagles playing defense now on their side with the Mustangs setting up their offensive set. 1:40 left in the game. 22-6 Eagles.
I think that
Robinson would just like to finish strong and see if they do take a shot, give Hammer a chance to make a save. And Hammer, she tried to come out and was eyeing up a back up top. Coming in.
Here we go.
Nice, beautiful left-handed shot by the Mustangs. Goes a little high, but they're behind the cage to maintain possession. 1 minute. We're down to 1 minute, Hap. Last home game of the regular season for 2017. Nice
Alumni
little victory
Day.
by the nice check.
Double T.
Nice check by Abernathy, but the ref didn't like it, so she blew her whistle. It's going to be tough to stop that. Yeah, see, the Mustang was off by herself, so she got a nice feed from her teammate and left Hammerschlag all alone on the doorstep. That's tough for any goalie to make a stop on that kind of shot. So 22-7, 30 seconds left in the game, and I would venture to say we probably won't even get another draw here, as nobody's really rushing back to the circle for another draw. Abernathy, Mix, and Jacobstein, with Abernathy taking the draw. Down to 10 seconds now, and the ref hasn't even set the sticks yet. Actually, here we are. We got a whistle with 5 seconds to go. Abernathy gets another draw. And that'll be the game right there, folks. So nice game by the Eagles, 22-7, here at Alumni Day at Bo Dixon
Steve,
Field.
I think that 22 goals is the most we've scored all season. I think the 20-3 game against Milton was our previous high.
Oh, all right. So nice offensive output by the Eagles. Tough Marriott's Ridge team that got a little outmatched today, but good. They kept fighting. Good, steady, hard defense, physical. But great day by the Eagles. Everybody got in. Everybody contributed. A lot of assists on our goals today, other than the free positions, of course. But anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. For those of us who weren't here, hope we
Are we going
gave you
to
a good
broadcast
sense of
with
how the
John
game
Carroll,
went.
Steve?
We are not going to broadcast at John Carroll, or maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will. We'll have to see how that goes.
All right.
But that could be fun. So,
Thanks for listening in, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, everybody.